guys are probably wondering where I've been, because
All right,
a lot of you guys are probably wondering where I've been, because I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately. Well, the truth is, I've been dealing with a severe, crazy online harassment / bullying campaign against me that has, for lack of better words, made me want to disappear completely from the face of the earth. Because of this, I had to take some time off to go undercover, to infiltrate the most toxic guild in World of Warcraft, and show you all exactly the types of people that we're dealing with. But before we get into all that, I need to give you guys a little bit of history to show you how I got myself in this mess to begin with. So let's start from the jump. So it all started here, in the Night Slayer PvP Discord server, specifically in an especially toxic channel they have here.
Hi, what's up, buddy?
Hey, quick question. Do you have any issue like doing a stream that would be raising money for Palestinian children, or like an organization that helps them?
I don't know. I would have to look into it. Probably, maybe not. Probably not.
Just confirm the organization like actually goes to Palestinian children. I get it.
Yeah, like assuming so. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, I would have no problem with it.
So how can these so-called pro-Palestinian advocates not put aside their ego to do that?
I don't know. You should ask him. I don't know. It seems kind of dumb.
I don't speak to them. Remember, I'm a...
Yeah.
What the fuck did they call me? I don't know. They call me something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. It seems pretty dumb. But all of it seems pretty dumb. So what are you gonna do?
Called PvP Salt. The
I
Night
know
Slayer
the
Discord
fucking
is
answer, retards. I just said it because I want him to say it, because he didn't fucking say it.
Yeah, if these
What do you
guys
want him to
cared about
say?
the issue, obviously I don't know why you wouldn't do these are no-brainer things, but yeah. They're wacky.
It's, I don't know, like, I'm trying to find any other reason other than anti-Semitism for them to be this fucking wacko about it. And I just can't come to a different conclusion.
I mean, I don't think that they're actually like they get to anti-Semitic positions, but not because they're anti-Semitic, just because of like all the other political stuff that's like factoring in right now. Like if you want to do like populist shit, you're always kind of like attacking the elites. And if you're talking about the elites, like Jews are probably going to come up at some point, and then I don't know, it's just an easy scapegoat for everything, maybe.
Well, have they seen how Mizrahim live here? They're not exactly elite living. You've seen them.
Yeah, but nobody, the colors and stuff in Israel, nobody cares about. I mean, like the actual issues, I don't know, nothing in the actual country matters. It's just our view of it from over here.
Also, the country's gotten a lot crazier since he left.
Yeah? Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Oh, wait,
Remember-
what are the next elections supposed to be coming up?
October.
Or, I mean, I'm sorry, what,
So-
like, is Netanyahu finally expected to get fucking kicked out, or is it never, ever happening?
Supposedly, according to polling, what was the party? The Democratic Party seems to be, like, polling really far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
For once, thankfully. I think the Arab party I normally vote for is projected to get 7 seats this time. They usually get 5.
Mm-hmm.
Although the fucking extremist motherfucker in charge of the police is doing some quick changes real quick. So remember how I told you my city's like been one of the like areas where there's not rampant murder in the Arab sector?
Sure.
Yeah, they recently arrested all of our private security, or anyone that calls themselves the private security here, on the basis that they shouldn't act in place of the police.
Interesting. Okay. And then for people that are listening, this is like in Israel proper, so.
Yeah.
And then just as a quick thing to clarify what you said, when you say like there's not all like the murders and killings or whatever, there aren't, even in the heavily Arab places or heavily Palestinian places in Israel, there's not like cities that are burning to the ground with like rampant fucking murder and arson or anything like that.
It's not burning to the ground, but it's pretty bad. Like I'm talking about, do you know how Mexico has like really bad like homicide rates?
Sure.
Okay, so they removed all the Jews in this statistic for Israel. If you counted just the Arabs as their own country in Israel, they'd be 5th in worldwide.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's pretty fucking bad.
I guess that is not good then.
Yeah, it's really bad. This issue isn't exactly rampant in the West Bank. Like, Palestinians are murdering each other. But it's a bunch of crime families here that are just rampant. And the only area that was, like, genuinely safe is, like, this small village next to us and us. And even the village that's, like, really close to us, like, a bit far called Jaljuria, it was still rampant with murder.
Well,
So
Sounds shitty.
shit.
What
Yeah,
what
it's
do you want me
really
to say?
fucking-
Sounds not good.
No, but there's other shit. Like here, it's because I had to leave the fucking Discord servers and shit when I got fucking hacked and shit. There's some things that you probably didn't even look into when you heard about Israel. Like that is quite bad.
Sure.
Like I think some pro pallies online were like saying it's the protest to rape.
Okay.
Remember that one? You've seen that online?
I've seen all the rhetoric around it. Yeah.
Israelis were protesting to rape. Basically, there was a fucking prison where they caught on camera, or some whistleblower released the footage of them like sodomizing a Palestinian prisoner.
Okay.
They said a lot of Israelis said it was this guy was Hamas. No one can really confirm because they, after all of that, they released him back to Gaza. Like the prisoner that was sodomized.
Okay.
And then when these people that were caught on camera doing this were arrested, the crazy wacko Israelis with some ministers in the government went to protest against the prison. And after everything, these people weren't charged, and the person who released the footage was actually fired from her position.
Gotcha. Well, not good. Definitely not good.
So yeah, no, that is one situation that you probably didn't even look into because you know, saying Israelis were protesting to rape sounds fucking insane.
Sure. It's probably more along the lines of either people didn't believe it or they think that it probably, my guess would be most of it was labeled that way. I'm sure there are some extremists that would say that, like, I don't know if they should be allowed to rape, but there should be no accountability. I think one of the most shocking things that you can look up for the country that I don't think there's a good answer for, or there's like an excuse for, is the idea that like I'm pretty sure like of every like crime that an Israeli person has been committed or convicted for when it comes to like killing somebody without justification in the West Bank or otherwise.
This is my talking point. You got it from me.
Well, it might have, yeah, maybe, but I take it as the white man now. Yeah, is the idea that I don't think any of these people have served more than like 7 months in prison. Like even for the longer sentences, they usually get released
It was
earlier.
the longest sentence was actually a massacre in my village. That was like 2.5 years to 3 years.
Sure. Wait, that might have been the
like
longest sentence, but did he actually serve it or did he get released after?
No, well, the sentence was 15 years.
Oh, okay,
but
okay,
he
okay.
served only 2.5 years. And the only one I could find where he served more than that, there was like a story in 1951 where a soldier, or like 2 soldiers, I think, they found a Bedouin family, killed the parents of the girl, kidnapped the girl, and actually raped her repeatedly at a base. And then until their officer commanded them to execute her. And then he was only convicted of murder afterwards, and none of the other stuff. And he was convicted to 25 years, and no one knows how far he served, but they only started spotting the person again outside, like living his life after 7 years. Like
Sure.
they don't know when he was released, but they saw him after 7 years. So he didn't serve the 25 years. The other one was a not Jewish soldier who murdered a British white man that was protesting in Gaza, and he got 10 years, and he actually served the 10 years.
Damn. Wait, where was he from if
So,
not Israeli or whatever, not Jewish?
He was a Bedouin. Or Bedouin.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so those are the only cases I actually found after, because, like, it started with looking at my town and how many people were punished for it, and then I just started looking more and more and more. Some people sent me more stuff about it, and then eventually I found, like, that is the most extreme case, the one that, like, kidnapped the Bedouin girl and did all that shit, and then was charged with just the murder. That's the most longest sentence I found for, like, crimes against an Arab or Palestinian.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, here's more sauce for the talking point you took from me, motherfucker.
thanks. Thank you for the sauce, man.
These are his
You're welcome,
ideas.
They're my ideas now. True.
No, do you know Mutin? Mutin? Is it Mutin or Mutin?
Mutin.
Mutoni.
Mutin. This motherfucker took this talking point from me that I told him on stream, and then when he met me in person, he told me it.
Wait,
That's his talking point now.
me or wait? Are you talking about me when I met you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about meeting.
While you
I
were
confused,
with me
yeah.
in the car, you gave
Yeah.
me the same talking point I gave you on stream.
Listen, when I see people in real life, it's like meeting them for the first time. Okay. You just don't associate them with the person you saw online. It's a different thing. Okay.
Fair enough. All right. Enjoy the shit show you have in America. It's still honestly I don't think
Well,
it's
yeah,
still
you
as
guys
bad as the
fucked
shit show
us.
we have.
Well, he's
What do you mean
hold
us
on.
fucked?
He's a Arab Palestinian guy, okay? So he doesn't count as those guys, all right?
Never mind.
Yeah.
You're good,
I'm
man.
fucked from all sides, motherfucker, and all the Palestinians hate me too.
Well, that's what you get for living in Israel, okay? Moved it back to your
Move.
something West Bank terrorism.
This is one
or-
of the mind fucking things that they just can't come around. They're like, "Why are you living in Israel?" I'm like, "Don't you want Palestinians to stay on their land?" It's like, it makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, shit sucks. What do you want me to say? Yeah, sorry.
It really fucking does. You should also play Deadlock, since you're looking for video games and you're back to fucking Fucktario.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Don't think about it. Play it. It's great. It'll bring back your what was that game? The RTS game you used to play.
StarCraft?
Yeah, it'll bring the StarCraft within you.
Okay, I'll consider it.
See you.
Have fun. Bye.
Supposed to be a gathering place for players of the Night Slayer PvP server in order to find groups, raids, etc. But it's unfortunately become a place to spread hatred. The Night Slayer
Hatred?
Discord is owned and ran by this guy, Poppy Putin, who is also the guildmaster of the most toxic guild in World of Warcraft, the Red Empire. Make note of that, because that's really important information that we're going to be going back to real soon. A few months back, I was in that PvP Salt channel talking literally about double rogue arenas with somebody and how much fun the comp is, when all of a sudden, this guy, Coach, otherwise known as Hundo, starts spam replying to all my messages in there saying stuff like, Nightman is racist. No, I'm not a fucking racist. I've never said a racist thing in my life. I've never said even
Really?
something remotely sus on stream. They have
In his
nothing.
life.
It was said purely just to rage bait me. And as someone who's a leader of a guild master, someone who's trying to make it as a streamer, someone
He's
who
a WoW
also
player, I
is the
don't
owner
believe
of
What?
He's a WoW player. I don't believe him.
True.
a big Discord server, I put a lot of effort and time into keeping racists and homophobes out of my community. So I'm not gonna lie, the rage bait got me. It triggered me. And I talked a little shit back to him. I'm not gonna lie, I did. One of the arguments I made back to the guy was, if you're gonna call me a racist, then I might as well just call you a chimo, because that's the same logic you're using on me, just pulling up rumors out of thin air. Poppy Putin, who is this guy's guild master and also his close friend, didn't like that I said that to him, so he banned me from the Discord, and I've been banned ever since that day. Whenever you ban someone from a Discord server, it gives you the option to delete all the past messages of the person you're banning for the past 24 hours or however long you choose. So when he banned me, he deleted all my messages from this conversation that I'm talking about, and that's why I have no screenshots to show you of the conversation in which I'm referring to, except for this one, where he somehow found
Jesus.
an IRL picture of my girlfriend from when I took her out on a date to the arcade, in which he then AI changed to show her in a bikini and then posted
Jesus.
it in the
Crazy.
PvP Salt channel in a 30,000 plus member server Discord full of degenerates. Someone who I know may have had some choice words to say with that person after that picture was posted, but you tell me what you would have done. Me, obviously super pissed off from having my girlfriend posted in the Discord server and then being banned by the Discord owner,
said a
went
few
into my own
racist
Discord
things.
server and went into the guild announcements channel, and I made a post saying that basically, if any guild member in Most Wanted is seen collaborating with the Red Empire, it'll be an immediate G-kick. We no longer associate with them.
Guild kick.
Poppy Putin saw this, and this is where all hell broke loose. The dude fucking lost it. Almost immediately after I made that post, Poppy Putin then made his own post in his own Discord server with a link to my Discord server instructing all of his members or goons to spam my server. All of a sudden, dozens of people started flooding my server, spamming racial slurs in every channel. They then screenshotted the slurs that they posted in my server and used it as their evidence, saying I'm racist because this is the type of stuff that I let happen in my server. After an entire night of getting my Discord spammed with racial slurs, we finally banned about 36 people, and the spamming stopped momentarily. But that wasn't enough for them. They started spamming my social media, every single account I have on every platform. I tried to ban them all, but it's still happening for months. I think they just keep making new accounts. They then took their harassment into the game. They began to spam whisper my guild members with claims that I'm racist, among other things. This didn't happen once, this didn't happen twice, this went on for weeks and is still going on till this day. Myself and my officers still get constant reports about receiving these messages from them. They took it to general and trade chat, all the way down to shouting it as an entire guild 40-man group
No!
from the rooftops repeatedly in
Not the
Orgrimmar.
WoW
They
harassment
literally
guild.
created a guild called Nightman is a Racist and started spam inviting anybody they could find. At one point, they had like 50 people online. Poppy Putin was very adamant about reminding his guild members to keep up with the harassment. These screenshots were shared with me of him constantly reminding his guild members to harass us both in-game and in Discord. Before I created Most Wanted, I was in another guild called the Crossroads Caravan Co. The GM of that guild's name was Sledgehammer, and now he's actually an officer in the Red Empire. So I reached out to him early on, basically pleading, asking him to see if he can get through to them to stop with the harassment. They took a screenshot of our conversation, posted it in their Discord, and then laughed about it. I literally cannot shake this Poppy Putin dude. He is everywhere I go. I can't even talk in a Twitch streamer's chat anymore because he's gonna be there just lurking, waiting to spread false rumors about me. Anybody who streams on the server, he's in their chat just waiting. I can't even hang out with streamers while they're live anymore because Poppy Putin will send people to try and gain access to their comms to harass me in their streams. Like what happened when I raided Nax Ramus recently with No Hit Jerome.
Hey, Nightman, why you dodging fucking
Whoa. Nightman is a N-word repeatedly. What? Not good.
They did that in front of like 350 people, by the way. And let me pause just to note, this is the owner of the whole server Discord. This is supposed to be an outstanding member of the community. How can we all just stand by and watch as someone like this stands at the helm of the community that represents all of us? And that leads me to the next shit show. Remember this part where I said he owns the entire Night Slayer Discord server? Well, I wasn't giving this asshole the reaction that he wanted. All of my guild officers advised me not to do anything, so I just ignored it. I didn't say anything. I told my guildmates to report them and to just ignore them. So Poppy wasn't satisfied yet. This dude goes to the Night Slayer Discord and he makes a massive hate thread about me, making all sorts of crazy claims, all of which I will be addressing at the end of this video. And then he pings the entire fucking server, all 30,000 of them. And this is where it gets real cringy. They started using AI to change my logo and put me in a clan suit. They started hunting down anyone in my guild that also streams and then started posting their links in the thread and used that thread to flood their stream with people to harass them. They use endless slurs all over the place in the thread. Anyone that came to my defense in that thread, Poppy Putin pretty quickly banned. And eventually he told everyone in the server that was in my guild they had 24 hours to leave, otherwise they would also be kicked from the server. And the unfortunate thing is, it was working. There were people that were leaving my guild because they were tired of being harassed. It was going on for days at that point. They were over it. So how come I haven't said anything about this? It's because they have my fucking address. How do I know that? Well, let me tell you. On November 10th of 2025, I paid a fellow guild member in Most Wanted named Care Camp $300 to help me develop an add-on for the Most Wanted guild. Unknowing to me, when you PayPal someone, it shares your entire address down to the apartment number. I didn't realize this till months later. Not long after that, Care Camp got into a petty argument with my girlfriend, who was also the vice GM of our guild, over some bullshit, and he ended up quitting the guild over it. Turns out he hated us the entire time. Because lo and behold...
What?
Getting in an argument with the GM's girlfriend.
Oh,
and
big
then
mistake.
Getting to quit the guild or, yeah.
Big
get kicked.
mistake.
Yeah, that's a classic.
The second there's some PvE drama in Most Wanted, and people crash out and leave the guild, guess who buddies up with that person to give them my address? Care Camp. Yeah, that's right, there was some PvE drama in Most Wanted. A group of people got together and said, fuck Nightman, and left the guild together. As soon as Care Camp found out about that, he became all buddy-buddy with them. Next thing I know, a whole bunch of people have my address. How can I confirm that? Because this person told me so. This is Cutnex. Cutnex is also an ex-Most Wanted member. Cutnex told me verbatim that he was there when Care Camp was actively doxing me. To be fair, Cutnex seemed to have my back despite leaving Most Wanted, so I appreciate him coming to me with this information. The person who continued spreading my address after Care Camp was
Wait, is there a point to this video, or is it just him going through all this kind of fucked up shit?
Vance. I know this because I was contacted by my literal arch nemesis from Classic, who used to stream snipe me every day, Ugg, to share with me that Expanse had came to him thinking that he would want my address. This dude had pictures from my mother's Facebook of my girlfriend, of me at Christmas, of my sister's wedding. Dude, what the fuck?
Okay.
You know what? Shout out to Ugg. You're a real one after all. Ugg strong. So what does all of that have to do with the Red Empire? They were approached with my information as well. I know this because Poppy Putin himself posted about this in the Night Slayer PvP Discord. He unfortunately deleted the comment before I could get a screenshot of it, but what I do have is screenshots of the person who approached him with my information confessing to it when my girlfriend called her out in a Twitch chat. This chick flat out admits to all of it. Oh yeah, and that chick fatherless? You guessed it, another ex-Most Wanted member. Fortunately, nothing ever happened with people knowing our address, and since then, me and my girlfriend moved to a different area. But it was scary, man. My girlfriend doesn't even want to take her dog out at night anymore. This is real shit, man. This isn't a joke, and it's all over a video game. So why should you believe me? I've given you a lot of information, but it seems so have they. At this point, from the outside looking in, it seems like a whole lot of he said, she said. That's why I infiltrated their guild, to show you guys firsthand that everything I'm saying about these people and their character is true.
Uh-oh.
So how did I infiltrate them? That part was easy. First, I needed a new character. The Red Empire loves to world PvP, so of course I chose the best world PvP class, a mage. I even leveled engineering to 300 to make myself more appealing for them. Next,
300? I thought the max level in WoW was like 70 or something. What the fuck?
I chose the most brain-dead PvP spec I could find, Palm Pyro. This ensured that I could blow up noobs with ease without any practice whatsoever. After dialing in my UI and getting some gear, I was ready to go. The mage was ready to go, but I still needed a way in. I didn't yet have a plan. Soon
Rendered as a
enough, the
professional.
perfect plan
Okay.
revealed itself. Poppy Putin announced a huge server-wide PvP event in the Night Slayer Discord set for July 5th, the invasion of Orgrimmar. And there it was, my golden opportunity to get in. When the invasion comes on the 5th, I will be there, lurking.
The night of the 5th came swiftly, and as promised, I headed to Orgrimmar, prepared to infiltrate their organization. I received intel that invites for their guild event had begun to go out. It's now time for action. I whispered them saying I was interested in the guild event, and not long after, I was in the raid group. But this raid group was for the public. I needed to go deeper. Next, I had to infiltrate their communications. Using an aged Discord account in which I had sourced and prepped beforehand, I was able to gain access to their comms via the link they posted for the raid. And there he was, right in front of me.
How many do we have? Spots do we have in raid?
Poppy
4? How many in
Putin.
Raid 3?
The rest of this video is going to be pretty shocking, and I want to note that it may be triggering for some, so please proceed with caution. The version of this video that you're watching has likely been censored, so
Look
if
at
you'd like to see the uncensored version...
Uncensored one.
Well,
Oh, but you're on YouTube. Never mind.
yeah.
For further proof, please check the description of this video. It wasn't long after that when Poppy Putin's hate speech had begun.
This is going to be the largest realm event that this server has had. I saw this in a prophecy that we were going to beam all of these transsexual liberal alliance player. And if we have any rat from Big PvP, we are a better guild than you. We are absolutely
Not the
going
prophecy.
to beam the fuck out of you. You are not going to kill a single fucking person in these 7 fucking raids. The Jajas will unleash blizzards down upon your children for thousands of years.
What the hell did I just walk into? Wow, what a great speech from the owner and leader of the Night Slayer Discord to get us pumped up for the
Largest realm event that this server has had.
real nice. Of course, it wasn't long until the racial slurs came out, hard R's and all.
He's just spamming ad breaks now. Don't give him revenue.
Yeah, fuck that stream.
Whoa.
Damn. Hard R and all.
Not good, guys. Not cool.
Holy crap. How are you going to invite the entire server to a PvP event and then drop hard R's before it even starts? But
Just
hold
like
on a
that, he
sec.
doesn't care.
Let me point out one thing. I am being accused of being a racist by someone who uses the hard R proudly in front of the entire server. Can you see now how fucking ridiculous this shit is? And people are believing it. There will always be a small amount of people who believe that shit without proof. But that's the entire reason why these people do this shit. This is the dark side of the internet. The people that see it in my comments, the people that see it in Facebook groups, the people that see it in Twitch streams, the people that see it shouted from the roofs of Orgrimmar, they don't know that this guy's a proud racist.
The roofs of Orgrimmar? Is that a place in WoW?
But
Sorry.
you know who they will think
Yeah,
is a
man.
racist?
My bad.
Me. It wasn't long after Poppy said the hard R himself
got here,
that
this is
he
about the
instructed
melting
everyone
pot?
in
Yeah.
every raid to start shouting
Stop.
that Nightman is a racist in Orgrimmar once again.
Let's get a / yell. Nightman is racist. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck, bro?
that's insane. That shit hurts, man. You know, I attach my identity to this whole content creation
Stop!
thing, and then to have someone just
This
tear
is
it
his
down
online
right in front of you
identity
because they don't
movement.
like you, it fucking hurts. But you know what would make me feel better? Some gold. You are not going to believe this shit. So the Alliance were taking forever to get to Orgrimmar. At this point, we didn't even know if they were going to show up. So in order to keep people in the raid groups and to stop them from just leaving, Poppy Putin would periodically roll off different amounts of gold for people to win.
And have every raid roll for 200 gold.
I rolled a 97! I rolled a 97! They said they're gonna have every raid roll, and then the winner gets 200 gold, and I rolled high as fuck. Can you imagine I take their gold?
Everyone who won, you can trade me at the palm tree right there.
I'm gonna go trade him.
Iliad, Peanut, Hominy, Zura,
It's me!
Flash.
Let's go! 200 gold!
This is fucking retarded, by the way. What's fucking retarded?
Just keep going. We're getting
Let's
there.
fucking go!
Well, who knows? In
Here,
chat said this is
Poppy!
fucking retarded,
Let's
by
go,
the
I
way.
got it! Oh my god. Let's go! Yup, that's right, Poppy Putin. I took your gold. And guess where it went? Right into the most wanted guild bank. Much appreciated. Deposit. 200 gold.
He snarked him, bro.
We're now 200 gold richer. Thank you, Red Empire. Much appreciated. Get wrecked.
Yes,
Honestly, I'm really happy I could inject some comedy into this, because otherwise it's been a really depressing video. But that being said, it didn't stay positive for long, because shortly after this happened, the event took a serious turn for the worse. You see, this
Whoa.
event wasn't going as planned for the Red Empire. We waited about an hour and a half, and the Alliance were nowhere to be found. They didn't show up. The event was a flop. I'm not exactly sure why the Alliance didn't show up to this event. I've been told by the leaders over on the Alliance side that the Red Empire just shouted a date and time at them and expected everybody to comply. I don't have anything to confirm that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because the Red Empire and Poppy Putin were pissed, and they needed someone to blame. Of course, you weren't going to find the Red Empire admitting their own failure for their flopped event. They needed someone to pin it on, which led them to their next target. This guy, a small streamer named I Eat Orc. This guy, I Eat Orc, is a brand new streamer. He's the guild master of an up-and-coming guild on Night Slayer called Final Strike, and he currently has 293 followers on Twitch. I Eat Orc was streaming live during the time of this event over on the Alliance side, which was supposed to be the group that was coming to fight the Red Empire. So when they didn't show up, they chose to pin the entire thing on him. What the Red Empire did next is going to look pretty familiar for you guys by now. It was around this time the Red Empire found I Eat Orc's stream and started using it to gain information on the Alliance to see whether they were coming or not.
This fucking follow I Eat Orc guy so fucking literally has in his stream title, The Invasion of Orgrimmar starting soon. He changed his stream title now. What a fucking
Whoa!
unreal.
Change his stream title.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
The Stormwind Defense. Stormwind Defense. Actual fucking.
And there it was. They had their next target. I Eat Orc was not a key player in this event. He was just a streamer who was streaming the other side. He has 294 followers. He's a GM of a small guild. You think he's gonna rock up with enough people to counter a 300-man defense that Poppy Putin had organized? Hell no. But just like what had happened to me, they saw a target and they went for it.
I Eat Orc thinks he's slick, but he doesn't realize he's actually like literally killed his fucking guild in one night.
Yeah.
Like killed his fucking guild.
Hey, he griefed his own fucking guild trying to grief us. Like, what are you doing, you fucking
What? When I heard Poppy Putin say that I Eat Orc had killed his guild in one night, I knew exactly what he meant. I knew exactly what they were about to do to him. The same exact things they'd done to me. The Red Empire took to the Night Slayer Discord and began harassing
That's funny.
The stakes are pretty low here, I won't lie. But I hate snarkers, so I'm on this guy's side.
Okay.
Eat Orc in the same way they'd done to me. They threatened his guild and his stream, called for everyone to report him and me, even though I had nothing to do with this, and ultimately used this community Discord server to terrorize someone once again. But of course, it didn't stop there. I Eat Orc ended up leaving the Night Slayer Discord, and since the Red Empire could no longer harass him there, they did exactly what they did to me. They sent their lackeys to his Discord. Using the Night Slayer PvP Discord server, they shared I Eat Orc's personal Discord server link in order to flood it with people to harass him. Poppy Putin himself took part in this, pinging everyone in his server, and a bunch of other Red Empire people joined in too. It looks like I Eat Orc had to ban a bunch of people from his Discord server and eventually turned off invites altogether. I want to remind you that this is not just guild v guild drama. This is the owner of the server Discord using that server Discord to target small streamers and send people after them. The Night Slayer Discord is not a safe place for the community. I don't know exactly what they posted with
Did this guy end up getting canceled or something? Is that why he had to expose these people, or because people were calling him racist? Or
Discord server, but as someone who's had them do this exact same thing done to me, I can bet you it was a bunch of racial slurs. Want to know why I think that?
Why?
Because of this comment right here.
He lost 90% of Twitch revenue.
Ah, gee. Looks familiar, doesn't it?
Really?
That's because that's the same exact shit they did to me. That's the exact same way that they started the Nightman is racist rumor, and now in front of our very eyes, we're watching them do it to someone else. This is what they do. This is how they harass people. This is how they go after content creators.
Moon
and
thinks
this
is fine, by the way.
I know what it's like to go through this, and it sucks. All you can do is just hope they leave you alone.
This is just
But I tried that, and it didn't work. So here we are. All that literally stemmed from the first event on the first day of me infiltrating them, by the way. I wasn't even in the guild yet, which leads me to the next phase of my mission. Even though I already had enough evidence to probably wrap up this entire case, I came here to infiltrate their guild, and that still needed to be done. So I sat and waited for the perfect moment to come, and just as I had planned, it finally did.
If anybody needs a PvP guild, please whisper anybody in the Red Empire if you would like to join.
Yeah, I could think of someone. That was actually way easier than I thought it was going to be, I'm not going to lie. But just like that, I was in. However, little did I know that what I would find behind the red curtain would be the most shocking discovery I've found yet.
Uh-oh.
When I set out to infiltrate the Red Empire, I knew I was going to find some pretty gnarly stuff. But to be honest, nothing could have prepared me for just how deep this stuff goes. Because there was another layer to the Red Empire that I needed to crack. Their Discord. And this one was much harder. You see, even though Poppy Putin was the owner of the Night Slayer Discord for the entire Night Slayer server, he also has his own personal Discord for his guild, the Red Empire, as well. Now that I was in their guild, I needed to blend in because my...
Wait, Hassan posted this retarded TikTok about Ukraine striking Iran and he's getting smoked in the comments.
Ukraine shot an Iranian commercial ship. Why?
What?
Is Ukraine doing this? Well, part of the reason why Ukraine is doing this is because it's in Ukraine's best interest, I guess, from Zelensky.
Oh my God, he's going to try to say Zelensky to simp for Trump?
Zelensky's calculation to operate as an American proxy in the region and try to get America to join the battle. Ukraine's security service, the SBU, said that Ukrainian forces struck an Iranian vessel transporting military cargo between Iran and Russia in the Caspian Sea. Iran's foreign ministry said that the target was a commercial vessel and that the attack had killed one sailor and injured another. Mark Ames says Zelensky knows that Ukraine's only path to victory against Russia is direct NATO and U.S. involvement. Biden reportedly used to complain about how Zelensky was trying to suck the U.S. into Ukraine. Joining the U.S.-Israel war on Iran is Ukraine's best shot at World War III. Trudapar says Ukraine is not trying to just enter the war with Iran. Rather, it appears it is trying to merge the Ukraine war with the Iran war. I agree with this assessment. Do you think it'll work? Jesus. I don't know. I have a policy of not conducting analysis on the basis that world leaders are crazy. But unfortunately, world leaders are fucking crazy. Donald Trump is an insane person. Vladimir Putin is an insane person. And seemingly Zelensky is getting just as insane. It's very difficult to conduct sober analysis on events
sober
like this
analysis.
when
Thank
the
you, Hassan.
top minds that are making these decisions are not listening
smart
to
guy.
sober analysis. Do I believe that, Zelensky has military leadership that's telling him this is a stupid idea? Of course I do. Same with Donald Trump. We know that Donald Trump has the American intelligence community's own assessment that told him this was a fucking stupid idea. We know that Donald Trump had generals tell him in the room, this is a dumb fucking idea. Do not strike Iran. We will deplete our interceptors. We will deplete our standoff munitions. That happened because Donald Trump decided to be the one American president that listened to the Israeli leadership that has been begging and agitating for this war against Iran for decades. Ukraine shot an Iranian commercial ship.
Man, sure does seem like the U.S. and everybody in the West are the bad guys here. Apparently his comment section is blowing him up for that.
My mission was not done yet. So I did my best to seem like a normal guild member. I offered to help with heroics. I did my dailies any chance I could, just so I wasn't AFK in chat. I needed to seem normal because their Discord was under tight wraps. They weren't just going to let anyone in, which you'll soon see was for pretty obvious reasons. When you join the Red Empire's Discord, you don't just automatically have access to the entire thing. You literally have to fill out a whole form, and then they have to review it and accept you in order for you to gain access. And in order to gain access, I was going to have to gain their trust.
Wait, real quick. I don't remember if this was Space Age or if this was the other big mod. Does your ship need to be aerodynamic? Does it impact your speed in the Factorio DLC, or does the shape not matter?
First. So after a few days of being the Red Empire's favorite Blood Elf baddie, I decided it was time to infiltrate their Discord. So I filled out the application as best as I could, and after about a day of waiting, I was in. That's right. I was behind the red curtain. The first channel I went.
Hi, what's up?
Very short, but leftoids, hello Mutin by the way, leftoids right now are saying we are new Israel, like because we attacked the Iranian ship.
Yeah.
His uncle, Cenk, he said that basically Ukraine has become Israel. Actual quote, by the way. It's not me like coming up with shit. So I don't know, dude. Like we are the new Mossad, whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've basically already kind of had this position, but it's not surprising, yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they say like that it's Israel, basically us trying to appeal to Israel, which is. When have we ever appealed to them? Like, yeah, it's just Israel has like fuck all to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's kind of funny. Just wanted to point that out. I saw Cenk doing this thing, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna do it now. They're gonna be like, it's the new Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody brought up, by the way, the legitimate reason to attack Iran. By the way, as if the whole Shahed thing doesn't exist. But
yeah.
They never bring.
Nope.
I never heard a single one bring it up, actually.
Just one side. That's how they work.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, that's all I wanted, pretty much.
Well, be careful, stay safe.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Have fun, bye.
Went to after gaining access was this one, their guild announcements. And what I would find next was truly shocking.
Oh, wait, somebody linked the Cenk clip on this?
I'm done officially with support. Number one, I'm done officially with supporting the Ukrainians' war. So it's been a long time now. I don't know. They seem like they've been at war for about 18 years now. No matter. Dragon on Twitch said, I'm still trying to figure out how Ukraine found out about an Iranian ship in the Caspian Sea. Ukraine is several hundred miles from the Caspian Sea. That was some great shooting. That's such a smart point, because how in the world did they get that intelligence? They got it from Israel, right? The second issue is that Ukraine has now become basically Israel. Now, why do I say that? We're a rare show that talks about this phenomenon. It's really important. Remember, Russia was helping Iran and Syria Israel needed Russia distracted so they could topple Bashar al-Assad. Oh, wait, that happened, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
During the Ukraine-Russia war. And that Iran couldn't be helped when Iran was attacked. Oh, right, that also happened during the Ukraine-Russia war. So Ukraine and Israel working together to keep Russia busy so that Israel can attack its neighbors and take more territory. So before that was apparent to people who were paying attention. Now it's more than apparent, it's obvious because Ukraine is literally joining the war and attacking Iran, right?
Yeah, Russia invading was wrong, but I think that it's a mistake to think that Russia invaded for no reason at all and that there was no provocation in the lead up to that, especially as it pertains to, you know, the very overt discussions that were taking place at these international conferences about Ukraine joining NATO.
Top minds. We got the top minds working on this, guys.
Number one.
Damn. This is pretty rough, though, for Ukraine, because we all know that Cenk and Anna were the biggest supporters of the West and the biggest supporters of Ukraine against Russia there, but...
Because their guild announcements aren't just guild announcements.
I do like, though, by the way, that it's totally justified for the Houthis to unironically hijack civilian ships that have nothing to do with anything with Israel or anything, but they're like, well, this is because Israel is committing a genocide. Like, that's actually totally okay. But shooting ships that are shipping weapons to a country that is at war with you, that's, like, definitely not okay. But, all right.
They're lists of every guild in which they've attacked. So I'm just going through these announcements in the Red Empire Discord, and they are truly unhinged. I just wanted to read a few of these for you guys. Our short war with Golden Boys, must be another guild, is over. It ended in total, absolute victory for the Empire. They ceased to exist. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, wow. This is the message that I sent in my Discord server when I was initially pissed off at Poppy Putin for banning me from the Night Slayer Discord. Look, that was the day he sent everyone into my Discord server. Look at this one.
What? Hey, what's up?
Lie, he did say it. Also, what are we gonna do now? Cenk is no longer supporting us. I don't know what to do, man.
Well, I don't know. Good luck.
What awful ever supported us? I was literally on a fucking Peter. Oh, sorry, not Peter. Fucking how's he called? Pierce Morgan. With him, he was against supporting Ukraine. Then it was years ago.
Oh, yeah. Or it's the only support is literally just like war bad, and everybody should try to find a peaceful solution, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's support, then fucking keep it. And also, Kasperian is straight up insane, by the way. She's like full-on Azov battalion queen. Very Armenian of her, but what can you do? Anyway, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what we're gonna do. Leftists are saying we're Israel now. They were our biggest supporters, but now they're gonna drop the support.
Yep, just like when they were holding the vote hostage for anybody over whatever Israel, Russia, like they were ever going to vote anyway. Yeah, not good.
I like how he opened with the I'm done with supporting Ukraine.
Yeah, very dramatic.
How does that work on people? I just have no idea. Like, how are the viewers watching this and they're like, have you ever like supported Ukraine? Have you ever spoken about it? Even it's just very, very strange. Yeah, anyway, I guess it's just all Israel at the end of the day, and we all just are dogs of the Mossad. Okay, we are the dogs.
The play of Israel Palestine. We're all actors on the stage for it now.
And the fact that our president is a Jewish is like extra cherry on the top, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't even need to try to make the connection with the they. The they being the Jews, dude. I actually watched a little bit of that. I didn't have the time to watch the whole thing, but I watched that crazy ass, absolutely insane dude reacting to you, like the anti-Semitic dude.
Oh, the Professor Dave guy or whatever, yeah.
Bro, like it's just one last thing I will say. Like, I would be shocked, genuinely, if I ever seen anyone talk like 1% of that vitriol about Russians.
Yeah, or Palestinians or Arabs or anything. Yeah, it's always like, you can always tell directionally like what they're aimed at when the type of discourse they're willing to accept or engage in about a certain people. Like, look at how many people will call you Islamophobic if you just say things that... I mean, how many times has Hassan called people Islamophobic? And nobody even views Hassan as being Muslim or Arab. The guy looks like a fucking white dude in America. Like, in America, he does at least. Like, nobody actually considers him, like, Islamic. And, yeah. But you can just say the most unhinged shit you want about other types of people as long as you're couching it in, like, leftist-friendly terms.
it's just a little bit insane. Like I don't think I like Wash trips me the fuck out, but I already told you that. But this is like the same thing. You can be like the goddamn apocalypse drivers. They want to drag the entire world into the apocalypse. They just want to kill Arabs. All they want is to exterminate. And you're like, bro, this is like so insane. Like it's the same people that fucking tried to bully the fuck out of me when I basically called Russian fascist.
Yeah.
Like this is anything I said about Russians is 20 million times tamer
than what these guys say about anything. Yeah.
Yeah, than what they say about the Jews in terms of generalizing. Like Wash lectured the fuck out of me about the whole fucking generalizing and how dangerous it is, and and I'm like.
And then Vosh will go on stream and be like, so this is why Hebrew is actually the colonizer language and they should all go back to speaking Yiddish. And it's like, what the fuck?
What?
Oh, you didn't see that? Oh, yeah. No, Vosh's takes on Israel have gotten insane. Like, it's like, I used to debate a lot of neo-Nazis, and these guys are way, way, way past what I even heard like neo-Nazis talking about. It's pretty insane where the rhetoric has gotten on their side, yeah.
Dude, it's just, I'm not, Jew, and I'm just like, what in the actual shit? It's like, especially like in terms of like anti-Semitism, at least open anti-Semitism is very, you don't do it, due to the history of like World War II and all of that, obviously here. And it's just so wild. And what's the most annoying about this part is like, I can't get over it. I know I don't want to make it about like myself or like Ukraine all the time, but I can't get over that this is the same people who lectured us about Azov and who lectured us about Poland Russians orcs. The invading ones, by the way.
One thing you have to realize is that all of the like hand-wringing they do over topics, none of it really has to do with the affected groups. It has to do with the targeting groups. So, for instance, they don't care about Arabs. They just care when Western forces attack Arabs. This is why they talk so much about Israel or Palestine, but they won't talk about like Assad or Houthis or Iraq, Iran. Like they don't ever talk about like inter-Arab conflicts. They only talk about Western people killing Arabs. Or when it came time for criticizing Ukraine, they actually don't care that Azov were anti-Semitic or Nazis or whatever the fuck. What they care about is that they were Western-aligned forces, right? So like they would view it as like Germany versus the Soviet. Those are the only things they care. Now they always couch it in terms of like, oh, like we are opposed to anti-Semitism, but they're not. They're just opposed to like white identitarianism, white nationalism when it is like Western-aligned. So yeah.
Yeah, problem is that people say, are you saying that Wash is a Nazi? They told me. And I'm like, no, I'm saying he's an anti-Semite. Those are not the same. Like Nazi, sure, there is an important element to Nazism, anti-Semitism, right? But most of all, it's a white supremacy. I'm not calling him a white supremacist because he isn't one, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can be an anti-Semite and a leftist, easy peasy. There's absolutely no problem there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, historically they were, so yeah.
Yeah, of course. Soviet Union was anti-Semitic as fuck, obviously, right? But yeah, it's just not the people just in their minds. It's just all connected, and they're like, no, if you're leftist, then you're anti-Nazis, and you can't be an anti-Semite. But the problem is that you are anti-Nazis because you are against white supremacy.
Yeah.
You're not against anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, if anything, it actually ties really well, because in the Soviet Union, it was like all about them fucking bourgeois, elites, the capitalist, the ruling class, all that shit. Like, and it's easy as fuck to tie that with Jews, like in terms of like conspiracy and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And if anything, that's what actually was done by the communists in the Soviet Union in particular. But anyway, it's just some wild shit, and I was like, is this like real life? Is this allowed and this is normalized? Like if I understand perfectly now why the Jews are like, fuck that shit, we're not listening to literally anyone. We will just defend ourselves over here. Like I'm not because like how else would you not see this as who will come to defend you with this attitude? Like nobody.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just sad, because I think the same thing is happening a little bit in Ukraine right now. To agree with Jang, I guess. We are becoming Israel, because people talk like that now. I hear that they're like, we don't care about what they think. We don't care about like being, nice and play by the rules anymore. We have to abandon that, because like at the end of the day, we only can rely on ourselves to defend us. And I don't know. It's just it's not a good talk in my opinion because I don't want us to be like Israel, obviously.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know how to tell them. Like, how do I argue with that?
Yeah.
When like facts are against that.
Yeah. Pretty not good. Pretty bad. Yeah.
Are you getting like now? Will you be getting like giga harassed by this guy's community, or is he's not that like big of a deal, or like I don't know.
Professor Dave?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. It's just more. He's just cringe as fuck. I mean, he's in league with all the other like kind of lefty people when it comes to like Israel Palestine. So it's not going to be anything new.
It's just him tripped me up because I think he pronounces things with such obvious hatred.
Yeah, he is very like that's kind of like his style or his shtick or whatever, is to be like the super bully debate lord guy. But it is funny then that he fucking avoids me like the plague.
When it comes to when it's against the whole fucking group of people, it's a completely different feeling, though. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it just comes off as like a genuine like fucking hatred and vitriol towards the group of the people, and I think it's true. I think that's how he feels. So yeah, it's just kind of like the way that it was normalized just is so off-putting. And yeah, it's the same thing with the people are like, "Whoa, how dare you? You know, Wash is like pro-Ukraine." And it used to work on me, by the way, because I was like, "Well, yeah, he's the one good leftist, blah blah blah," you know. And then I was like, recently, I was like, "Why am I hyping the person up for doing the basic bare minimum?"
Yeah.
Like not being like super hateful towards Ukraine or like giga pro-Russian. Why am I like, oh my god, let's clap like seals, a leftist that isn't a Russophile, wow. Like it's some sort of like amazing achievement, a gift to humanity, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, is he really though? In a sense, because yes, he's not pro-Russian by any means, certainly not. But like Dylan went to his stream like somewhat recently, I think a couple months ago. And he have not updated any knowledge about the war. Wash, I mean. He didn't know nothing about what's happening in the recent years. Like, how much should I believe that he cares if he doesn't talk about it whatsoever? And he is also peddling pro-Russian talking points sometimes still. For example, Dylan has to actually roll his eyes and correct him when he was like, oh, poor Russians, you know, dying by millions and, you know, just basically they're forced, maybe they will like rebel against it when the conscription, you know, stops, or sorry, when the conscription gets worse and stuff like that. And Dylan is like, you know, they are not conscripted. They're going there for money. They're like getting paid and they're fighting for money. And he's like, yeah? And tell me, if a guy is genuinely like so mega pro-Ukraine, how the fuck does he not know that Russians are fighting for money? Whereas, by the way, Israelis actually have forced conscription.
Sure, yeah.
And like, he's so comfortable with calling all of them, you know, what he says. I don't really want to repeat that shit, to be honest. But like, when someone is like, those like fucking Russian cunts who are like killing people and looting and raping for money, he's like all in his up in arms about it. So how am I supposed to understand this?
Yeah, I think you can tell a lot about a person by how much they care about a particular thing sometimes, yeah. It's just lip
yeah,
service,
and I'm not
basically.
saying that people should, like, you know, it's ought to, that they have to talk about Ukraine or like advocate for it, or that they have to be like, if they support one cause, they have to support another cause. I'm not saying like you can be obviously like, I don't know, care about Palestine and not care about Ukraine. Like it's fine, you know. I'm not saying that it should be there are plenty of pro-Ukraine people that don't give a fuck about like Palestine, Israel. That's fine. Like I don't demand that. But it's just, yeah, that's just to present him as some like super mega pro-Ukraine guy. I don't know if you don't know the basic things about it. Are you? If you never speak about it, are you? If you have this like insane vitriol against Israel that is like fucking, you know, degenerate scum that want to destroy the world, big dogs in bread, whatever the fuck, all of that, right? And then you never even say that, like, I don't know, the fraction of the vitriol you don't have for Russia, then how am I supposed to think about it?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm still about that retarded children thing. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how you deal with this shit. Like, nobody has responsibility for anything. And you shouldn't expect people to know things. You shouldn't expect people to... That guy, by the way, the baldy guy, you talked about for like 4 hours. I dipped. I couldn't take that anymore. I'm sorry.
Which one?
But you then... The bald guy, the one that is like Pisco Light.
Hutch?
Sherveen?
No. Oh,
No,
Sherveen,
that's just
Sherveen. Oh, yeah, okay.
that fucking guy who I was talking about with on your stream.
Yeah.
And he was like later then, and he was like, yeah, of course I care about Ukraine, but like then I don't, because like it's not as big of a deal as Gaza, because like there's so little human victims by comparison. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that was kind of.
And you like corrected him, good job, but how he doesn't know that?
Sure. Yeah.
Because he doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't have the balls to say it. Just say I don't give a fuck. Like Ukraine, white people fighting, whatever. I don't
There's
give a
way
fuck.
more victims in Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Like it's not even
Yeah.
close.
Oh yeah.
But that's like a whole other thing. I'm not saying he should know the number or anything, but like he pretends to. Like he, yeah, of course, when that's why he's okay with the Chevalier candidate. That's why he's okay with the Mamdani thing, because ultimately he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care that much about NATO. He doesn't care that much about whatever the fuck happens with Ukraine. That's not his priority. But instead of saying that, they pretend like it's just, I don't know. It annoys me. It's same with Josiah, by the way, and other people like that. They just don't care that much that those people are fucking Stalinists. I don't know why they can't say. I don't know. Yeah, it annoys me.
Yeah.
What do you think? Am I tripping? Am I conspiratorial?
No, I mean, I've been fighting these people a lot the past few weeks, so obviously it annoys me a lot as well, Pretty dumb.
Yeah, but I just don't want to be like this. People say, "Oh, you're crazy" and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't know, am I? Like, because like people are, for example, when people like tell you, like you argue with Trumpists, like, and you be like, Trump this anti-constitutional thing, Trump this illegal thing, Trump this did and that. He's completely unqualified to be the president. It should be everything he does should be disqualifying. And then the MAGA guy is like, yeah, he did this thing. I don't agree with this thing, but he says some things I agree with though. And you're like, that.
Come in.
Yeah, well, I have to leave in like 6 minutes, so I gotta. Yeah. Also, I also need to finish this video too. So, okay, be careful.
Absolute escape. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be careful. Bye.
Holy crap. Every guild that has crossed us either ceased to exist, dodges, or slithers into the shadows. This is not propaganda, these are facts. Look, they just list a bunch of other guilds that they've harassed. This is him, the man who disbanded Golden Boys, The Guard, Game Over, Delete, and many other guilds whose names I don't even recall, Breaker of Coalition, and the bane of all streamers. He just flat out is proud of it, dude. We are the guild killers. We are the Discord bombers. The boogeymen of Classic. Yeah. We are the content killers, the guild destroyers, the rightful owners of Nightslayer. We are supreme. Every guild crumbles to us. The Guard, dead. Golden Boys, defeated. ISR, farmed. Big PvP, forced to hide in cities and play on private servers.
Sound kind of
Final
badass.
Strike, Orcs Guild, globaled. Most Wanted, essentially disbanded. That's not true. In fact, Most Wanted has had more people online than the Red Empire lately. War, violence, beams, slurs. It took every ounce of strength within my body not to die from cringe while reading those announcements. But if I learned anything from reading the Red Empire's announcements, it's that their harassment towards me or Most Wanted, my guild, is not special at all. We're just one of dozens or who knows how many guilds that they've done this to. This is their entire thing. The Red Empire is a guild that prides themselves in destroying other guilds. Not through PvP. This is not fun in-game stuff. They do this through harassment, through rumors, through lies and deception, on social media, Discord. This has nothing to do with PvP. This is an organization that was solely created to spread hate and toxicity under the guise of a PvP guild. In a game that's supposed to be about the community. How could something like this exist for so long? Actually, I know exactly how, and I'll tell you a lot more about that a little bit later. Because for now, there's still plenty to uncover in this Discord server. Oh wow, look at this. This is where this guy posted a YouTube video about me, literally saying all the stuff that they've said, how I'm a racist and all that, and then posted it to YouTube, and I had to get a copyright strike taken down. This is their reaction. Look at this. Claimants, Nightman LOLs, that's right, get wrecked. This video repeatedly uses my copyright logo. Well, it did. As I was scrolling through the Red Empire's Discord server, I noticed this term being repeatedly used. They call it N-bombing. So naturally being curious, I decided to do a little search on the word bomb to see what I would find. Bomb this Discord with your favorite slur, and then he tags the whole server. It's a big PvP server. Wow. Another Discord server. Bomb this now. All in, full retard. At everyone. I don't know whose server it is because they turned off invites. This guy snitched on me for N-bombing him, and then died 30 seconds later. Some Twitch streamer. I think I know what N-bombing is. Oh man. No hit Jerome. What? 100 gold per Jerome grief / kill on stream. 100 gold if you bomb his Discord on stream. 500 gold if you wipe his raid on stream. Punish this freak. I want to see him unable to play the game. This is our current mission. Make me proud, comrades. Dude, Jerome doesn't deserve that. They're giving out gold for people who will grief him and say the N-word on his stream. What the fuck? Some random posted your bomb, LMAO, and he tags the guy who did it. This guy lusts. Nightman is a doxer. Wait.
Hey, Nightman, why are you dodging fucking
This is the one that I was there for.
Get that
this is the
word
one that happened to me when I was raiding Max Ramus, and this is the guy who did it. Lusts. N-bomb incoming, letting everyone know to go watch it happen live. So this is something they do regularly, on a regular basis to streamers. They come into their stream and they yell the N-word. I don't even have words for this, man. And the fact that they're just doing it out here in the open is the craziest part to me. I talked to some of the streamers that this has happened to, and they told me that their VODs on Twitch were taken down for having the N-word in them because of this. And I'm wondering if that's one of the reasons they do this to begin with. Regardless, these streamers can't hang out in their own personal Discords with their community anymore. They now have to keep their Discord servers locked down and vet every member they get into comms with because they're afraid that that person's gonna just be someone from the Red Empire who's gonna scream the N-word while they're streaming live. You can't make this shit up, man. If that's not enough proof for you, just wait till you see what I found next. I heard from people before I got into the Red Empire that their soundboard in Discord was atrocious, and I just had to see it for myself. This next part was really risky because I actually had to join a voice channel, and at any second, one of them could have just joined in and started talking to me or asking me questions. So I waited until 3:35 a.m. and then I joined a voice channel.
Okay.
They literally have recordings of them doing their Discord bombs in their soundboard. They even have one titled Poppy, which by the voice in the title, I can only assume is Poppy Putin doing it himself. What's crazy is literally as I was going through their soundboard at 3 in the morning, I was AFK and WoW on another window, and they're literally spamming my name and saying that I'm racist when I tab over. As I'm going through their Discord, listening to them scream the N-word. The irony. Even at 3 in the morning, these guys do not take a break. Luckily, I was able to get in and out of there before anyone had noticed me. From what I've seen, there's deeper layers to the Red Empire Discord that I could probably infiltrate if I stuck around longer, but at this point, I've seen all that I need to see. However, just when I was about to put a bow on this entire case, Poppy Putin announces another guild event. And of course, I was curious. So come Tuesday at 7 p.m. server, I was online and waiting. But what I wasn't prepared for was Poppy Putin's post trying to hype everyone up. Tell my liars, thieves, and convicted felons, be online at 7 p.m. server, and look at what he posted. The Red Empire, horde Soviet guild, built on lies, powered by theft. Loyalty is a tool. Deceit is a weapon. Crime is our creed. If you'd ask Poppy Putin in the Red Empire, I'm sure they would tell you that this is just roleplay. But at what point is this roleplay when you're using deceit to completely ruin people's image with lies that you've made up out of thin air? This is not roleplay. This is something that they actually do. They take this stuff outside of game and they use deceit as a weapon in order to dismantle their enemy guilds. They actually have an entire term in which they coined for this that they call, I shit you not, Discord PvP. Time and time again, you will see them use this term in regards to the harassment that they do to people outside of game in Discord. And normally with most toxic guilds, you would think this would be pretty easy to not engage with. However, Poppy Putin, the Red Empire's guildmaster, is the owner of the entire Night Slayer server Discord. So it's really not easy to avoid these guys. Historically, the server Discord was supposed to be a tool for the community, a resource for players either looking for a raid or trying to find a group, to sell items and services. This is what the community Discord server is supposed to be for. However, since the Red Empire has taken ownership of the Night Slayer Discord, it has been used primarily for Discord PvP, to the point where they now have an entire section dedicated to it called the Hall of Shame. This is a section of the Discord server where they essentially shame members of the community for any wrongdoing that they may have done. And while a portion of the reasons they're shaming people are legit, like ninja looting, etc., a good amount of these shame posts are not legitimate. Poppy Putin knows that deceit is a weapon, so he uses the Hall of Shame category as a weapon against anyone who may go against him. This is where he made the post about me and then pinged all 32,000 members of the server. And I'm not the only one. They're making posts about a lot of people. I can't confirm which of their claims within the Hall of Shame posts are legit or not. I'll let you guys be the judge of it, but it's very evident that this is something in which he does. Anyone who stands against Poppy Putin or talks shit about him will get the most wanted treatment. This has happened to me, and this has happened to other people. Go see it for yourself. Seeing Poppy Putin's deceit is a weapon post in their Discord before the event made me realize how important it is to have to make this point that I just did. These guys know what they're doing. They acknowledge it, and they're gonna keep doing it. But we're supposed to be at this guild event, so let's get an invite. Let's whisper Sledgehammer. All right, we're in. It was time to go undercover once again. And once again, I needed to infiltrate their communications. However, this time wasn't going to be as easy because unlike last time when it was the entire server in voice comms with them, this time it's just me and the guild in close quarters. So I needed to be as inconspicuous as possible. I waited until the time was right, and then I infiltrated their Discord communications. Everyone had rolled out, and I was told we were headed to Netherstorm, so I took off and started to head there myself. And what they ended up doing when I got there was pretty toxic. The event was literally just camping the graveyard at Tempest Keep.
Oh, those
For those that don't know, just to give you guys some context, this floating thing right here is the raid Tempest Keep. If you die in that raid, you spawn down here in the graveyard, but the thing is you spawn there alive. So if someone was to gank you at this graveyard, you wouldn't be able to get back up into your raid until that person stopped ganking you or you somehow escaped. That's all they did for 2 hours. But you could bet eventually it took a turn and became even more toxic. And I want to make this clear, I'm not against camping the Summoning Stone or the graveyard at Tempest Keep. I mean, it is a PvP server after all, but after 2 hours, it does get a little bit repetitive. However, I was instantly glad I came because I finally got to put a character name to the face of the guy who made up the entire Nightman is racist rumor. Remember this part from the beginning? This guy, Coach, otherwise known as Hundo, when he joined the raid group, I finally got to put a character name to the name on Discord.
See Hundo's Warlock summon, please.
And look at how he asked for a summon in raid chat.
I don't want to hear it. You're in a racist guild, all right?
But even though the slurs were already flying, the event eventually took a turn to become even more toxic. How could camping a graveyard outside of a raid be even more toxic, you ask? Well, it all started when a person from the rival guild, Big PvP, showed up at the graveyard.
Big PvP? What him up?
Don't tell the healers.
Out of range, some fucking Big PvP shitter warrior.
Is that the guy that's been... Dude, wait, didn't we kill him like 2 hours ago here?
Oh, he's dead again.
Now, I want to preface all this by saying that this guy was nobody special within Big PvP. Big PvP has over 1,000 members across multiple expansions. This was just some random guy amongst their members. However, since he had that Big PvP guild tag, they decided to target him.
Where's Buddy go?
I don't know, actually. Yeah, so here in the rock, in the rock.
Wait, I want to see him. Don't kill this guy, don't kill this guy. Full CC. Kidnap. Do not kill him.
Is this just like the equivalent of like griefing people during like guild events or something to make sure they can't? Okay.
Instead of just ganking this guy once or twice and then letting him get back to his raid, Poppy Putin chose to do what he called kidnapping. This is where they'll use various forms of crowd control to make it so this guy infinitely loses control of his character. Their plan wasn't to kill him, it was to keep him stuck there indefinitely.
You're not dodging him. Why are people dodging him?
They CC'd this guy over and over and they would not let him leave.
Oh my god, and he's a tank.
Is he really their tank? No,
I think so, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
We just kidnapped the raid's tank.
Well, I control him and put a renew on him.
They could tell by his gear that this guy was a tank. Imagine doing a raid and your tank is held up outside because he's getting endlessly harassed by the Red Empire because of his guild tag.
Yeah, I saw him going to TK earlier. He's trying to run away. He's trying so hard to run away.
No, he's got no 20-30 minutes.
I reviewed my whole recording and it was about 30 minutes that they did this for, which is definitely enough time for your raid group to drop you. And even when some of the raid members suggested to kill this guy in a funny way, Poppy Putin just insisted on keeping him stuck there.
How do we take our weapons off and just punch him to death? Just jump him?
No, don't kill him at all.
Just
just like this.
Kill the bowman on him. Kill
that bowman.
We just want to keep getting the polys off so we can keep getting his health back up.
Eventually this dude just gave up and logged out.
He logged out. This motherfucker logged out.
But even though this guy altered
Damn,
board
these
and
guys are
literally
epic.
logged out, Poppy Putin wasn't done harassing him yet.
I be killed now, right? Before you.
No, he's not in the game anymore.
Oh, okay.
Don't kill him, no. Don't kill him, no. All right, like 5 people stay right there. He's gonna come back in. Everybody else, let's go back to the zone.
Even though this guy literally logged out of the game, Poppy Putin stationed 5 of us there to wait just in case he decided to come back. And since they could no longer
Wait, how do I see all the fucking planets? I want to make this thing fly to some other fucking planet. See if we can do it.
harass this guy in game, Poppy Putin did what he does
Oh, true.
best.
They did sound
Or
like
Discord
Disco's
PvP.
laugh. Oh my god, the snarker laugh.
He's been nice, yes.
Yes, everybody tag him. Everybody tag him.
So of course, Poppy Putin and his cronies rushed to the PvP server Discord to harass this guy further and taunt him for being camped out of the game. But it wasn't long until he came back to try and see if he could make it to his raid.
We have 5 people waiting.
Right now?
Yeah, they're in the pit.
Let's see if he comes back in. Over there.
He's back.
You
Do
can
it,
get in there.
don't kill him.
The second he came back, they were right there waiting to keep him infinitely CC'd so he could never return to his raid.
I knew he was gonna come back in on the same layer. Here, just keep
Click
holding.
the hub.
Yeah, kill one chase and bring back further away. I'm gonna know him right here. He's no good. We get mind control.
Eventually, this dude realized they weren't going to let him go, and he's probably been kicked out of his raid by now, so he just called it quits altogether.
He did it again. He held it for it again.
This is funny because their raid's probably waiting on this
Look at
dude.
them. They're
Oh, yeah.
excited. They're
Imagine being like the
avataring
main
you.
tank and like the whole raid's fucking waiting for you.
There he goes.
Yeah, you're the first that I've ever hit.
Space map. Oh.
For the rest of the event, I never saw the guy log back in. I don't know what happened to him, but if I can only guess, he was probably kicked out of his raid group and probably didn't finish Tempest Keep that night. This is more than just PvP. This is more than just camping someone. This was griefing his entire raid night. This is something that players look forward to all week and specifically carve out time in their schedules for. For all we know, that was just some dad on
Oh,
one night a
come
week he
on.
gets to play the game. But because he was in
This
the wrong
is
guild,
WoW. This is regular WoW
at the wrong
shit.
place
They're
at the wrong time,
snarking
he
it,
got griefed by the
bro.
Red Empire until he had to log out of the game twice. And if that isn't bad enough, the owner of the whole server Discord starts spam tagging him with his cronies to rub it in. If anything, this just showed me that it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. The Red Empire will target anyone that's convenient for them. From what I saw, they continued messing with him the next day in Discord, but he didn't give them much of a reaction, which was smart because if he did, it could have gotten much worse.
Set the planet as a station. Well, I know you do that. Is that really the only way to do it? That seems kind of cringe.
Once the event was over, Poppy Putin made a guild announcement saying that he was proud of everyone in the guild and that they will keep pushing these guilds to the breaking point. So I've made a lot of claims about the Red Empire, and now it's time to finally address all their claims against me. In the Red Empire's campaign against me, they've said several things, all of which I'm going to address right now. The first, and in my opinion, most frustrating thing they've been saying about me is that I'm a racist. They've been saying this to basically anyone.
Go back and put the video normal. That's literally Jew Stalker. There's no way. There's no way
I'm
he has
talking
time.
about the World PvP graveyard camping. He's not. That's not.
Okay.
Who could possibly come in contact with me, and they just say DM me for proof, and then when you DM them, they never reply to you. The reason why this is so frustrating is because most people don't look that far into it. They just hear, oh, that guy's a racist, damn, fuck that guy, and that's their stance that they take. I've seen it literally happen to people that I know. People who I weren't that close with, like acquaintances within the WoW community, have taken a stance against me because they think I'm a racist, and that sucks. That hurts because the truth is, I've never said a racist thing in my life. There's nothing sus I said on
Not
stream.
even
There's no
one
text. There's
time.
no proof. There's nothing. Me and my officers worked really hard to make sure our community is inclusive. We've kicked people out of the guild for using slurs before. I literally found Red Empire members in their Discord talking about how they left my guild because they were told not to use slurs. At the end of the day, this was something that they said purely to rage bait me. They'd even flat out admit this, and it worked. It got me. They saw that it made me upset, so they used that as their ammunition. How the fuck was I supposed to know they were gonna be shouting it from the rooftops? Could I have handled being rage baited better? Sure, yeah, I can admit that. I definitely could have. Lesson learned there. I've only been a content creator for like 13 months. How was I supposed to know that people would take things this far? But since we're on the topic of racism, I just want to take a moment to say that their open and proud use of these slurs as if it's some kind of funny joke is the most cringe shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. What is this, fucking 1906? What are you, 13 years old in a freaking Call of Duty lobby? You guys are 40, and you need to get your shit together. This shit's disgusting. Racism is not a joke. The N-word is not a meme. Do better. The WoW community is supposed to be for everyone. You think Classic Plus is gonna thrive when someone joins the server Discord and the owner of the whole server calls him the N-word? Hell no. As long as people like this are running our community, Classic Plus is cooked. It doesn't matter how good the game is. If shit like this is able to fly within our community,
How do I
the
scroll
game
down
cannot
on the
grow,
side?
period. All right, the next thing they've been saying in their campaign against me is that I've made IRL threats against them. I'm just gonna keep this part simple. Nothing I've said was a threat. It's really easy to take things out of context, but as someone who's had my address shared online and sent to anyone who may dislike me by people with foul intentions, I will defend myself and my family if anybody comes to my home. All right, the next thing they've been saying about me is that I'm a doxer, which I think is hilarious considering I'm the one who's personally been doxed. But they're saying it, so let's address it. But before we do that, let's define doxing. Doxing is the act of publicly exposing someone's private or identifying information like their home address, phone number, or workplace without their consent. The reason the Red Empire is calling me a doxer is because of these screenshots right here. These are screenshots of what was supposed to be a private conversation in a private chat that got leaked to the Red Empire, where I am clearly trying to find Poppy Putin's IRL name. In these screenshots, I literally say that I'm not going to harm anyone, and that once I have the name, I'm suing the brakes off of this dude. I am an up-and-coming content creator, and all of a sudden, people are spam whispering my community lies saying that I'm a racist. So I'm lost. I had no idea what to do. So I made an appointment to go sit down with a lawyer to see what my options were. That lawyer told me that if all I had was the name Poppy Putin from World of Warcraft, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. I needed a real name to connect these things to. And at first, it was just about protecting my name and my image and my brand from these lies that they made about me. But then it eventually turned to full-on harassment, where they follow me to every online platform I go. So yes, I did go looking for his name. Not to harass him, not to send it to anyone, not to dox him, but to protect myself and my family. In case anything were to happen to us. I didn't share any of his information with anyone other than the proper authorities. So no, I am not a doxer. All right, the last claim they're making about me is that I was conspiring to mass report people.
Well,
yep, I did that. Didn't expect that, did you? Well, let me tell you why. I have been trying to contact Blizzard about the harassment that I've been receiving from these people and other people for the better part of 2 years now. Myself and my community have submitted dozens of tickets to Blizzard about this, and every single time without fail, we get an AI response telling us to right-click their name in-game and click the report button. There's no one out there to hear what we have to say. We've tried right-clicking their name in-game. It does nothing. So we went online and tried to submit tickets. That doesn't work either. I literally went to LinkedIn and paid for a premium account just to message the WoW devs and see if they would hear me out, but I never got a reply. You can literally go look for yourself on the Blizzard website and try and submit a ticket, and there is literally no way to submit a ticket for harassment. What are you supposed to do when there's not even an option to submit a ticket for harassment on their website? This game has been completely abandoned by Blizzard. If you are being targeted or harassed, there's virtually nothing you can do to contact Blizzard to get somebody to help you. They have completely replaced their reporting systems with AI, so it seems you can get away with virtually anything in this game as long as you don't say anything that the AI will specifically pick up on. And the Red Empire knows this. Their officers literally have to remind people in Discord not to use slurs at people in game, otherwise they'll get banned, which is why they harass people elsewhere with slurs, like Twitch and social media and Discord. But the harassment is still going on in game. And when you try to go to Blizzard to explain what's happening to you, there's no one there to hear you out. So after exhausting literally all of my options trying to contact Blizzard, I heard that there was a way to mass report people in game to get players banned. So I went looking for information on how to do that, And that got back to Poppy Putin and the Red Empire. So of course, they added that to the list of things they shout about me. Do I think I should be the one who decides whether players get banned or not? Hell no. But when the game has been completely abandoned and there's no one there to help you out in cases like this, what else are you supposed to do? I'm not just going to sit here while myself and my community gets harassed. For what it's worth, after looking into how to mass support people, I found that it's not nearly as easy to do it as the community may think. And if you don't want to take my word for it, well, they're all still here, aren't they? I found that it doesn't work that way. You can't just mass report someone to get them banned. As far as I'm concerned, mass reporting people to get them banned is probably a myth, which is definitely for the best, because if it was real, people like Poppy Putin would for sure be using it to ban anybody they came across. So did I conspire to mass report people? Technically, yes. But did anyone ever get banned? Clearly not. Considering my ass still gets harassed by the same people on a daily basis. So you can hate me for that if you want, but to be honest, after everything I've been through in this game recently, I really don't give a shit.
Damn.
I know that was a ton of information to unpack, so if you made it this far, I just want to personally thank you for hearing me out and listening to my story. These past few months have been a nightmare for me and my girlfriend to go through. And even though we still have a lot of good people in our corner, we felt pretty alone through this entire thing, because I don't think the majority of the community understood exactly how bad this was. Which leads me to a really important point that I want to make. This is not just a toxic guild problem.
I can't wait
this
for
is a
the
community
Poppy
problem.
video.
If I learned one thing from this whole experience, it's that Blizzard is not coming to save us. Blizzard has abandoned this community. The only ones who can do anything to make this community
So
a better
you're not
place
gonna
is
go
us.
join
The
the
people
Wig
that exist
channel.
within it, that are there every single day. But people are pack animals, and people want a sense of belonging. When an overwhelming majority within a community has a certain
What
set of
movie are you
ideas,
gonna
people
go
may
watch?
change the way they act or behave in order to align more with the majority of people, so they have a sense of belonging within that community. When the majority are the people in charge and they're spreading ideas of hate, things can get really messy. This is how really terrible things have happened throughout human history, and I can't help but notice that this is a recurring theme that's happening within the WoW Classic community. The amount of people who I once thought were chill dudes who are now spamming slurs to fit in with the owners of the Nightslayer Discord server is appalling. And I don't know if this is just how they've always been, or if now that they think it's hip and cool and acceptable to say the N-word on Nightslayer, they're just doing it to fit in. But I want to remind the community that it's better to walk 1,000 miles alone than to walk together with racists and people that are spreading hate. And if you want a place to belong, there are communities out there that won't call you the N-word. But if we want our community, the classic WoW community, to be one that won't, then we need to stand up and do something about it. I see posts every single day on social media talking about how WoW is so toxic because of the gear checks and people check logs and they kick you out of the groups, but how come I never see people talking about how racist and disgusting the community has become? This is something that we need to speak up about. And the reason why nobody has until me is because they don't want to be targeted by the Red Empire or banned from the Nightslayer Discord permanently. Classic Plus is supposed to be right around the corner, and I love the idea of Classic Plus being our new forever home for all the Classic Andes out there. But I'm at a point now, whenever I see a Classic Plus video on social media, I just sigh, because I truly believe if the community doesn't change, then it doesn't matter how good the game is. No one's going to stick around when they're met with this type of toxic community. And unless we start to speak up about it now, Classic Plus will just die out the second all these new players realize how toxic the leadership in our community is. My hope is that the community finally starts to step up and speak about this in an effort to change it before we get to Classic Plus. But I'll be honest, I don't have much faith. My platform is only so big. It would take a lot of effort from the community to get the word out. So if you cared about anything I had to say in this video today, please share it with somebody. And if you're a content creator or a streamer, feel free to react to this video. You can be as unbiased as you would like, because the community cannot change unless we use our voices and platforms to change it. So what's next for me? Well, I'm sure Poppy Putin and the Red Empire will double down on their harassment towards me and my community. I'm sure I'll be flamed once again in the Nightslayer Discord and other Discords, and probably in trade chat of Orgrimmar on Nightslayer. I'm sure my social media will be flooded with comments once again saying that I'm a racist, but that's nothing new for me and my community, so I was expecting that. Hopefully nothing happens to me and my family in real life. The authorities have all the names of the people involved in case anything does happen, but at the end of the day, someone had to speak up, and if no one was going to do it, then fuck it, I will.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty based.
It's based to make a video, snarking the snarkers.
Yep.
Well, what are you going to do to help that guy? Oh, let me catch up on my
not play
TTS.
WoW.
Oh! Yo, check out this website, reallegacyoftrump.com.
Jesus fuck.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello?
You've killed me!
Goodbye.
Hello and goodbye.
Destiny, do you love black people? Beta.
He does.
Welcome to Uncensored. We are coming to you live, and we are joined today by Hassan Pika and his dog Fish, who is hearing us from heaven. Fish, it's been a while. Hassan, anything you would like to say to him?
You've killed me!
AI Pac-Man can't save you from my brigades, you little soy boy sex pest. Shit my head small. Damn it, Kaya, please will you just...
Bellio, dear Stephen, did you know that a mother's consumption of during pregnancy causes severe autism? I guess Pisco's mother must have chugged those fuckers like... Yow, Argalag, Argar.
Mr. Crowley looks like Eddie Murphy.
Good one, guys. Good one, good one.
Puck to it! Puck to it!
What? Hello, everyone. Sleepy Joe here. Hey, I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm going to have sex with my sister and play Minecraft tonight. I'm going to eat her sloppy. Then I'm going to eat some brownies after that. I will.
Yeah.
Like all good big brothers should. Anyway, hello, everyone. Sleepy Joe here. I just wanted to say I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm going to have sex with my sister and play mine.
Steven, I miss our late night cuddle sessions where we talk about the production and how we would let the sheets soak in your fucking white capitalist cum. I know what you are. Yes or no, Steven?
Why is that
yes
funny?
or no, Obama?
White capitalist come.
Should we really not use Stalinist, Maoist as an insult for DSA? You mentioned that it's complicated since those are insults common among Republicans. But remember, Hassan Aviko are quick to label us as libtards. They're really just dark MAGA.
Fuck farmers.
I saw a clip of a second debate between you and Dinesh. I saw the one from several months ago. Was this recent? When will it be released? Your first one was a dominant
debate?
performance.
I'm not
On their
saying
channel?
it's the Jews,
I don't know if they'll release
but
the full thing or not.
it's
I
the
imagine they will.
Jews.
Time to face your hardest debate opponent yet. Me, you, US.
Destiny Unidev here. I need a raise. I have to give over half my income to the government so Metalloid Sword can live on the dole.
Meta saw air! Get to work, Waggy! I need me Doldosh to watch anime and hijack streams!
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing...
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck me.